So let's try this again, shall we? And yes, this is the third time recording this video because things kept going wrong. Oh well. So, hello guys and girls, and yes, we're back. And basically, we had been to the EFTELING theme park in the Netherlands, and it's in the town called Kaatsheuvel or Kaatsheuvel, something like that. I can never pronounce it. So, big sort of meet up with the Planet Coaster fans and sort of two community managers present, Ed and Bo, which I better give them the proper titles better now because I never know who's watching these vlogs. So, yes, we have Mr. Edward Lewis and Miss Bo Marit, or Marit, whatever. Bo, Ed and Bo as we know them, Planko family type. So, we had this big meet up, and we were given, like, the frontier. These notepads, and I got 2. And most of us did get 2 in the end, because Paul wanted rid. So, let's see. I'm not going to reveal any spoilers about Symbolica, because I don't think that's very fair. I'm not going to reveal spoilers about any shows I mention in the vlog, because it's not fair that I don't want to spoil it for people. So basically, for those who have not, oh yeah, I did also get this because Bo wanted Bo asked if anybody wanted a bag, so I got a Planet Coaster bag, which I was quite happy about. I also did from Elizabeth, i.e. Wingardium Leather Coaster. I got Planet Coaster. Yeah, Planet Coaster, yeah. It's a joke. But I keep everything in my EFTELING bag. So, for people who have not been to EFTELING, I would recommend you either getting this or getting the EFTELING app, which you will have to just excuse me one moment. The EFTELING app, which is a very handy app, and lo and behold, the app isn't probably going to work. So the app, as you can see, you know, if I click on, you can go for the attractions and shows, and at the moment it's closed because EFTELING is shut. So you basically would scroll down the app, and so I'll use this George and Dragon. There you go. George and Dragon is closed, but it will give you estimated waiting times, and this is the only thing that I really think about the app is the queue times aren't exactly accurate. But unless you're a collector or a person who just wants to fancy using the map, be prepared to be logging the map around this size. But we never use this. This is the basically that's the size of EFTELING, and for Alton, you know, for Alton Towers fans, I think it's bigger than Alton Towers. I think it's about twice or 3 times bigger than Alton Towers. I know Alton Towers is big, but you can cover some miles in EFTELING. I mean, we covered, you know, so this is the map, it's huge, and your entrance is all the way down there. So yeah, you have a lot of space. So, EFTELING is, I would say, Disney. I won't describe it as Disney. Everybody describes it as a magical place, magical and enchanting place, but it is. I think, to be honest, let me be honest, walking through the park and just looking at the scenery, looking at how things are done, looking at all that, and it's like, holy shit. Because I will say, you cannot smoke or you cannot vape in the Fairy Tale Forest, and obviously you have to understand why you cannot do that through there. It's a forest, for a start. And I personally, the mannequins and everything are really old in there. Like, well, mannequins is the wrong word. Animatronics is the better word. They are really, really old. And you know, it's it gets you thinking. If you've ever read Grimm's fairy tales, and if you've ever read Grimm's fairy tales, the illustrator of the Grimm's fairy tales, Anton Peck. Now, I'll explain more about this in a minute, as soon as I can. Well, this guy at the bottom is Anton Peck. Sorry about the quick. I had to quickly text. Send a message. He created. Let me just check. I've got things behind me. Yes, I have. That's fine. Oh, I've got that there and there. That's fine. So he created illustrated the Grimm fairy tales, and he designed the Fairy Tale Forest, and it was really, 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 really well done. So I mean, some of the oldest animatronics I think are in Fata Morgana, which I'll explain what that is in a minute. I'm gonna not spoil any shows or anything like that I've seen, but the park, wow, is incredibly clean. Like I said, saying to the community manager who joined me out there as well. We are going to put pictures on our Facebook page as well. And I was saying to the that I never noticed any rubbish, which they've got litter bins and stuff like that, obviously a hell of a lot of litter bins and stuff, but there was no rubbish on the ground, which, unlike conventional theme parks, like our theme parks, UK theme parks and stuff, there can be quite a lot of litter. And there, in EFTELING, there was none. There really wasn't. There was nothing at all. So we wandered around the Fairy Tale Forest, and you've got all the stuff like long neck, and I don't really know the story behind the long neck. I'd have to read my book if it's in there. You've got the usual suspects of like Humpty Dumpty, not Humpty Dumpty for God's sake, Snow White and all that. And there is one show, a little show in the Fairy Tale Forest I would go and see. It's called The Matchstick Girl. Very, as Bo described, the most depressing thing in the Fairy Tale Forest. And I won't spoil it, but the technology that was used for certain parts of that little show were interesting and really, really nice. It was a good effect, and this technology can be seen throughout the park, used on rides and stuff like that. So yeah, I decided to buy myself the EFTELING bear, or as I've called him, Effie. And you're wondering why have we bought stuff like this? But why have I bought something like this? Because yes, it's something I can give to my kids when I have kids, and I know they'd look after him, and it's a memory, and they'll see EFTELING and they'll start probably wondering what EFTELING is. And it would be nice to take kids out there. They advise you that some things can be quite frightening for children, and Jesus Christ, I mean a 29-year-old adult, bloody hell. The puppets, I'm not scared of puppets. Their answer to Mickey Mouse for me, was quite, yeah, it was a bit like, okay, what the fuck, basically, but I understand the appeal and carnival, festival, and all that lot it's tied into. So I decided as well that I would buy myself this, and it's out there yet, and it's the 60 years book on EFTELING. And to be honest, it cost me about €33. I'm not going to, like I say, I'm not going to spoil a lot. I just want to see if I can quickly find that picture. I found the picture before, and this is basically an interesting book, but this is their mascot. And this book, I can't wait for the 70 years, because I know it doesn't include Baron, and Baron was a really good ride. So yeah, this is worth, honestly, if you ever go to EFTELING, there's two versions. Obviously there's the Dutch version and there is the English version, but seriously, I would buy because EFTELING is currently 65, so 5 more years and the 70th book will be out. That, I should just put it back in my book and back in my bag. Oh, yeah, I needed one more thing. I've lost it. No, I haven't. There it is. Got it. That's fine. So, basically, you know, it's a great place. And I decided, so we went to see one of the shows, and Raveline. Went to see the Half-One show on Sunday. Raveline was quite an interesting show. So I'm not going to spoil too much, because I don't want to really spoil it for people who are planning on going to EFTELING. And it was interesting because the fact of you can get headphones, like earphones, you stick in your ear, and it'll translate the show to you from Dutch. But you have, if you listen to the show in Dutch, you know, if you listen to the actual show, you make of it what you will. I interpreted the show to what it was. But there is live animals used within the show. There's ravens and horses and that stuff. A couple of animatronics and stuff like that. It's a really, really good show. And the soundtrack to that show is just, it's yeah, it's good. I mean, if you've got Spotify, I would recommend you having a listen to the EFTELING soundtrack on Spotify. Just type in EFTELING and you will find their albums. So I went on Barron, which is a dive coaster, B&M. I believe it was, yes, it was B&M. And I thought, oh Jesus, it's gonna be one of these that are rough as hell, you know, janky, everything like that. It actually wasn't. It was actually really, really smooth. So I decided to buy myself the coin. And it's just a little memento for Barron. And I watched the making of Barron. Honestly, if you've not seen it, watch it. I also decided to buy myself the new, the keychain for Barron. Honestly, I will actually put the link, once I've redone it, I'll put the link to the making of Barron, or the story of Barron. It's in Dutch, but there is English subtitles, and honestly, I'd watch that because it's really, really good, and it was before Barron was. Well, it was in the making of Barron, or was it the story of Barron? I would watch it. Honest to God, I'd watch it. But the last thing I decided to buy myself from EFTELING, and I will continue on throughout other things, was the basically a snow globe of the entrance. And it's in the design, obviously, of Anton Peck, because he's one of the designers, and I think he commissioned the entrance. I don't know, I would have to read my book. The snow globe actually cost me, believe it or not, the snow globe cost me less than the book. And, yes it did, yeah, it cost me about €25 for the snow globe. I think it was like €33 for the book, but the book is fantastic. And, you know, we had such a great time out there, and there was obviously, I got to meet some new people that I'd only heard of through Planet Coaster live streams and stuff like that, and I enjoyed the time out there. So I would definitely recommend Flying Dutchman as a ride. Python, definitely. Joel. Just one memory that sticks to me with that at the moment is Joel. We were going up, climbing up Lift Hill Barron, obviously riding it, and Joel goes, "Oh, look over there." Points to me, "Look over there. There is some rather nice loops." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, Joel." But it was really good. And oh, the bobsleigh, there's bobsleigh run, which, if anybody's been at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, you know they've got one. It's not like theirs, because Blackpool obviously is like in the row. Well, EFTELING is 2 abreast in one car, and it was quite fun because me and A were actually riding it with Ed and Bo. It was really fun. We got back to the station, did the circuit, got back to the station, and next minute we got to go around again because the ride operator that was in the booth recognised Ed and Bo from Planet Coaster. Oh, that was great. But, you know, like I said, it's an experience, and there was George and the Dragon, which was the double racing roller coaster. Well, I can't remember the Dutch translations of the Flying Dutchman and that. They are 2 good rides. Barron is well worth a ride. The Rapids ride, the Piranha, that is also worth a ride. Honest to God, that was quite fun. Didn't get as wet, but no rapid ride. Journey is the same. How did I know that was going to happen? As soon as I come to take a thing of my vapour, the juice comes out because it had been sitting. That's just typical. So Symbolica. If you want to actually ride Symbolica, we were told that the best time to do Symbolica is 3 times. But the current queue times for Symbolica, not as of now, but as of because it's only been open a few days, is anywhere ranging between an hour to 2 for queue. That's just general riding queue. You can do single riders, so you know you can do your single riding queue. But if you're going with a group, yeah, just be prepared at the moment. It's going to be like quite long queue times. We also did the spooky. It was a haunted. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a haunted, like a show, haunted music show, which was really good. And the famous song from Jonathan Creek, as you know, Dance Macabre, that was used in that. That was really good. I'm not going to spoil too much, but if you are going to go, it is worth it. I mean, the tickets were 37, about 37 something euros each, which is good. It cost basically for 2 tickets, it's about 60 quid, something like that. So that's basically 2 days at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And yeah, so it is worth it, and it has been worth it. It's been worth it. It's been great to meet everybody, like obviously Nemi, Elizabeth, Tom, Vampiro, Ed, Bo, Joel, Crowd Pleaser, Sylv, Rudy, Mikaraju, just everybody that went. It was such great fun, and I would, if you were doing it again next year, I would love to go again and do it. I would go again and do it next year if that was what was happening next year. So yeah, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to reveal too many spoilers because I want people to experience EFTELING themselves. So anyways guys, don't forget to join me on Monday when we will be returning back to normal live streams. So until that, I'm just going to chill, relax, because I'm still pretty knackered off EFTELING. So until then guys, bye for now.